Greetings to everyone and welcome to our seminar. So today we will be discussing a topic that has become increasingly relevant in education, especially among university students. The title of our seminar is AI Makes Communication Easier but Less Human. The impact of AI on students' English communication. So, my name is Inshira and I will be serving as the moderator for our today's discussion. And over the past few years, artificial intelligence or AI has become a common part of students' academic lives. Many students now use AI tools such as ChatGPT, Grammarly, and Quillbot to help them write assignments, prepare presentations, and improve their English communication skills. These technologies provide many advantages. They can help students improve grammar, expand vocabulary, and receive immediate feedback. However, there are also concerns about overdependence, originality, and ethical use. So, this topic is closely related to our SDG 4, which focuses on ensuring quality education and promoting lifelong learning opportunities for everyone. Our seminar today has three main objectives. First is to examine how AI affects students' English communication skills. Second, to discuss both the benefits and challenges of using AI in education. And third is to explore how AI can be used responsibly and ethically in academic settings. Today, we will focus on four key issues. The first issue is how AI improves grammar, vocabulary, and sentence structure. The second issue is whether students are becoming overly dependent on AI. The third issue is whether AI generated communication reduces originality and personal voice. And finally, we will discuss why schools and universities need responsible AI use guidelines. So, before we begin, let's introduce our panel members.
Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Aina and I will be speaking from a perspective of a university student. And my role is to discuss how AI helps students to improve their English communication skills and learning experience.
Hello everyone, my name is Jason and I will be speaking from this perspective on an English lecturer. I will focus on how excessive dependence on AI may affect students' language development and critical thinking.
Hello everyone, my name is Zahra and I am taking the role of an educational technology expert and I will discuss how AI can be integrated into education responsibly and effectively.
Hi everyone, my name is Jehan. I'll be representing the perspective of an employer. I'll discuss why authentic communication skills remain important in the workplace despite technological advancement.
Hello everyone, my name is Nia and I will be speaking as an academic integrity officer. My role is to discuss ethical concerns related to AI and the importance of responsible AI use guidelines.
Okay, thank you everyone. So let's begin with our first issue. Sure?
Yes, all right.
Let's go.
All right, thank you, Ishira. So, as a university student, I believe that AI has significantly changed the way students communicate and learn English. So, as we all know, today many students use AI tools not because they want shortcuts, they want support. For example, students who struggle with grammar, they often use Grammarly to identify the grammatical mistake. Others use ChatGPT to understand difficult concepts to generate ideas for their own assignments. So, personally, I have noticed that many students feel more confident communicating in English after using AI tools. Students who are usually really afraid of making grammatical mistakes can practice writing and receive instant feedback without feeling judged by other people, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
So, according to research by Casinisi and colleague in 2023, AI tools can provide personalized support and immediate feedback, which may help improve students' learning experiences. One major benefit of AI, in my perspective, is accessibility. Previously, students might have needed to wait for lecturers or tutors to provide feedback for them, but in the modern time, AI can provide suggestions within seconds, as we all know.
true.
Yes, true.
Yes. For example, if students are writing an essay or an essay introduction and feels unsure about the sentence structure, AI can suggest improvements and explain the grammatical errors in that introduction. Another benefit is vocabulary development. Many students know what they want to say but struggle to express their ideas clearly in English. So, with the help of AI, it can suggest more appropriate vocabulary and help students communicate more effectively. And I think this is especially useful for students who are still developing their English proficiency, as we all know that not every student is good in English. Am I correct?
Yes.
All right. However, this despite the benefits, I don't believe AI is perfect. Not every AI is perfect. ChatGPT can make mistakes. Gemini can make mistakes. Even
True.
Grammarly can make mistakes. So one concern is about that some students may begin depending on AI for every task. Instead of using AI as a learning tool, they may use it to generate complete answers without fully understanding the assignment or content. When that happens, students may become less confident in their own abilities. They may rely on AI to think for them rather than developing their own ideas. For me, the best approach right now is balance.
Yes.
Students should use AI to learn, improve, and practice communication skills, but they should still make the effort to think independently and express their own opinions. AI should support learning rather than replace it. I would like to ask Jason a question.
Yeah,
So
sure.
you are an English lecturer, right?
Yes.
So do you think that AI should be restricted in language learning classes?
Thank you for the question, Saina. That's
Alright.
very interesting questions, everyone. Personally,
Yeah.
I don't think AI should be completely restricted. The reality is that AI is already becoming part of everyday life and future workplaces. If we completely ban it, students may miss the opportunities to learn how to use these tools responsibly.
Yes.
Instead of restricting I believe educators should teach students how to use it effectively while maintaining their own critical thinking and communication skills. From an English lecturer's perspective, one of my biggest concerns regarding AI is over dependence. While I recognize that AI offers many benefits, I also have noticed that some students immediately turn to AI whenever they face difficulties. For
Yeah.
example, instead of brainstorming ideas for an essay, students may ask AI to generate the entire introductions. Instead of revising their own writing, they may rely on AI to rewrite everything for them. Although this may save time, it can reduce valuable learning opportunities. Is that correct, everyone?
Yes.
Also, language learning requires practice. Students improve their communication skills by making mistakes, reflecting on feedbacks, and gradually developing confidence. If AI performs most of the thinking and writing, students may not develop these skills. Research by Tilly and colleagues in 2023 highlighted that concerns about potential impact on AI on critical thinking and independent learning. As educator, we want students to become active learners
Yeah, true.
rather than
Yes,
passive
yes.
users of technology. Another issue is confidence. Confidence. Ironically, while AI can increase confidence in the short terms, excessive reliance may reduce confidence in the long term. Students may begin doubting their own abilities and feel unable to complete tasks without technological assistance. I have seen situations where many students submit well-written assignments but struggle to explain their own idea during presentations or discussions. This suggests that quality of the written works does not always reflect genuine understanding. That said, I'm not against AI actually. I believe AI can be a valuable educational tool when used appropriately. For example, students can use AI to receive feedback, practice communications, and explore different perspectives on a topic. The key difference is whether AI is being used as a guide or as a replacement. Students should remain actively involved in the learning process.
True.
They should question information, evaluate suggestions, and continue developing their own communication skills. Ultimately, technology should support humans' learnings rather than replace it. And therefore, I would like to ask Zahra on this question that as an educational technology expert, how can educators encourage students to use AI responsibly without becoming overly dependent on
Yeah.
it?
Thank you, Jason, for the question. Honestly, I believe the answer actually lies in education rather than restriction itself. So students need to understand more not only how AI works, but also when it should and should not be used. So educators can encourage responsible use by designing activities that require students to think critically, reflect on their experiences, and explain their reasoning more. So, another example, students can use AI to generate ideas, but they should still be required to evaluate those ideas and justify their own opinions more. So, this is to ensure that the students remain actively involved in the learning process and not just rely on AI, fully rely on AI, what I meant. So another perspective of an educational technology expert, I believe AI should not be viewed as a threat to education. Instead, it should be viewed as a tool that can enhance learning when used appropriately. So as we all know, technology has always changed the education, especially in this modern time. So, in the past, calculators transformed mathematics learnings, and the internet transformed access to information. So, today, AI is transforming communication and learning. But, however, the challenge is not whether AI should exist in education, but how we use it responsibly. One major advantage of AI is personalized learning. um, every student learns differently. Some students need more support with grammar, while others struggle with vocabulary or sentence structure. And AI can provide individualized feedback based on each student's needs, and this allows students to learn at their own pace and focus on areas where improvement is needed. And another advantage is accessibility, where students can receive assistance anytime and anywhere. For example, student is preparing for a presentation at midnight, may not have access to a lecturer, but AI can still provide guidance and feedback. But also, I think feedback from AI is, I mean, we cannot rely on it very much as lecturer is, as what Ina's mentioned, AI can still make mistake. So, but however, we must remember that communication involves much more than correct grammar. Communication also includes creativity, empathy, cultural awareness, and emotional understandings. So these are the qualities that AI could not fully replicate, and students still need the opportunities to interact with lecturers, classmates, and real audiences. And according to UNESCO's 2023 guidance on generative AI in education, um, educational institutions should not focus on developing AI literacy and ensuring that students understand both the opportunities and risks associated with AI technologies, which means teaching students how to evaluate information, question AI generated responses, and use technology ethically. So, in my opinion, the future of education is not humans versus AI, it is humans working alongside with AI. So, students who understand how to use AI responsibly will likely to be better prepared for future academic and professional environments. And yeah, that's all from me for now. So I would like to ask Jay a question. So as an employer, right, would you be concerned if graduates relied heavily on AI when communicating in the workplace?
Thank you, Zara. Yes, I would be concerned if graduates become too dependent on AI. Using AI itself is not the problem, but the problem occurs when individuals lose the ability to think independently or communicate effectively without technological assistance. From an employer's perspective, communication skills remain one of the most valuable qualities that graduates can possess. In the workplace, employees are expected to participate in meetings, collaborate with colleagues, negotiate with clients, and solve unexpected problems. These situations require genuine human interaction. While AI, it can help draft emails or organize information. It cannot replace emotional intelligence, professional judgment, or interpersonal skills. For example, you can imagine if a customer is upset about a service issue. An employee needs to listen carefully, understand the customer's concern, and also respond with empathy. And this requires emotional awareness and communication skills that go beyond grammar and also vocabulary. Yeah, employers also value originality and creativity. We want employees who can contribute fresh ideas and unique perspective. If graduates become accustomed to relying on AI for every solution, I think they may struggle to think independently when faced with complex workplace challenges. And I want to point out another important point is confidence. So, as for example, during job interviews, employers often assess how candidates express their ideas, respond to unexpected questions, and also communicate under pressure. Strong communication skills demonstrate competence and professionalism. AI may help students to prepare for interview, but ultimately they must communicate for themselves. So I believe students should use AI as only as a support tool while continuing to develop their own communication abilities. The workplace of the future will certainly involve AI. However, employers will continue to value individuals who can combine technological skills with strong human communication. So I would like to ask Aliyah a question. What measures should university take to ensure that students use AI ethically and also responsibly?
Thank you, Jay. I believe that universities should establish clear guidelines regarding acceptable AI use, provide AI literacy training, and encourage transparency when students use AI assisted tools. Students need to understand both the benefits and the ethical responsibilities that come with using AI. From my perspective as an academic integrity officer, one of the biggest challenges surrounding AI is determining where assistance ends and academic misconduct begins. Many students use AI for legitimate purposes. For example, students may use AI to check grammar, improve sentence structure, brainstorm ideas, or receive feedback on their work. These uses can support learning and skill development, right?
Yeah.
So, however, problems arise when students submit AI generated work as though it were entirely their own. This raises important questions about originality, authorship, and academic honesty. According to Cotton and Shipway in 2024, educational institutions must develop clear policies regarding AI use to protect academic integrity while recognizing the realities of technological advancements. One challenge is that many students are genuinely unsure about what is acceptable. For example, is it acceptable to use AI to generate ideas? What about rewriting sentences? What about generating an entire essay? Without clear guidelines, students may unintentionally cross ethical boundaries. This is why universities need transparent policies and educational programs that explains responsible AI uses. If AI has been used significantly in a piece of work, students should encourage its use where appropriate. This promote honesty and accountability. It is about developing knowledge, skills, and personal responsibility. In my opinion, the most effective approach is education rather than punishment. By teaching students how to use AI ethically, universities can help them benefit from technology while maintaining academic standards. Now, I would like to ask in one final question. Do you think completely banning AI in education is realistic in today's world?
Thank you, Anya. Personally, I do not think a complete ban is realistic because AI is becoming part of our everyday life, right? Like in higher
Yes.
education, our future workplace, and even in our daily life, we usually use AI too. Even when we go outside, we still use AI. So instead of focusing on banning AI completely, educational institutions should focus on teaching students how to use it responsibly, ethically, and effectively.
Yes.
So, thank you everyone for the insightful discussion. Before we end our seminar, I would like each panel member to share a brief conclusion. Can you start?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so from a student's perspective, AI can be a valuable tool for improving grammar, vocabulary, and confidence in English communication. However, students like me should remember that learning still requires effort, practice, and independent thinking. And AI should be support our learning rather than do the learning for us.
As for myself, as an English lecturer, I believe balance is essential. AI can enhance learnings, but students must continue developing their own communication skills, critical thinking abilities, and confidence. Technology should be guide, not a replacement.
And from an educational technology perspective, AI offers exciting opportunities to personalize learning and increase accessibility. However, students need AI literacy skills more so that they can use this technology responsibly and critically.
Okay, myself as an employer, I believe authentic communication skills will continue to be highly valued in the workplace. Technology may evolve, but creativity, emotional intelligence, and independent thinking will always remain important.
Okay?
In my opinion, as academic integrity perspective, responsible AI use is essential. Clear guidelines, ethical awareness, and transparency can help students benefit from AI while maintaining originality and academic honesty.
So, in conclusion, we know that AI has transformed the way students communicate and learn English. While it offers significant advantage, it also presents important challenges related to dependency, originality, and ethics. So, the key message from today's seminar is that AI should be used as a tool to support learning rather than replace human communication and critical thinking. By using AI responsibly and maintaining strong communication skills, students can enjoy the benefits of technology while continuing to grow as an independent learner. So, thank you for listening to our seminar.